Welcome back to Proper Place. Today we are continuing Katawa Shoujo. So in the last part we spent some time just bonding with Emi, and honestly, it was a fun time. We ran a lot and then I think we're starting to get the hang of things with her. So yeah, we'll see, because we're currently on her arc, so I wonder if we're pursuing her romantically at this point. I guess we'll find out. But yeah. So we have the nurse right here. My goodness, but you're in a hurry today, aren't you, Emi? I have no idea how we got to the nurse's office so fast, but here we are. The nurse grins at Emi and seems to completely ignore me. I don't exist. Don't mind me. Well, that's kind of lame. Okay, I think that's good. Anyway. You've got plenty of time to take a shower and get to class, you know? There's no need to run through the hallways like that. I can hear you coming a mile away. So that doesn't seem like he's actually scolding Emi at all. It's like this is a sort of routine between the two of them. Emi does a passable imitation of remorse. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Nurse and Emi both laugh at some private joke. Suddenly it seems that he notices me. Yeah, you finally noticed I was here, huh? That's how it is. Ah. Hello, Hisao. What brings you here? Well, Oh. Hisao's officially joined me on my morning runs. Start to explain, but Emi cuts me off. I thought he might need to visit you so that he doesn't die or anything. The nurse raises his eyebrow in mock horror. Yeah, that was certainly putting me out of a job fast, wouldn't it? Well then, Hisao, let's have a look at you. Lift up your shirt, would you? Oh, I'm suddenly very conscious of the fact that Emi's in the room with me. I'm blushing in spite of myself. Yeah, she don't want to see this. She don't want to see this. The nurse seems to sense my discomfort, but it always seems to amuse him. What? A bit shy, are we? Makes an apologetic bow to Emi. Sorry, Emi. I'm trying to get you a free show, but doesn't seem to have worked. What the fuck? Emi's stiffened slightly. Fires a look of annoyance at him. Yeah, you're an asshole. Emi bows me apologetically. I'll wait outside, okay, Hisao? Emi's like, I don't want to see you like that or anything. Baka. I begin to stammer that it's not really a big deal. She doesn't have to leave, but she's already out the door. The nurse is laughing as he watches her go. Still got it. I don't follow. He laughs again, like he's in... Wait, like he's in on some joke that's over my head. I could still get her flustered. That's a competition of sorts we'd had going on for a while. Sounds incredibly sinister to me. It seems as if the nurse realizes that too. That sounded a lot worse than it actually is, come to think of it. I wasn't gonna say anything. No, you're right. I should fill you in so you don't get the wrong idea. I'm actually relatively new here, you see. I got hired on the same year Emi started going here. Before that, I worked with Emi during her initial rehab following her accident. Hold on, what? We had to amputate her legs after a really nasty car wreck. It nearly killed her and succeeded. Oh, he shuts up abruptly. I blink at receiving this unexpected piece of news. Well, that's not my place to say. Anyway, we've known each other for quite a while. So we have a slightly more familiar relationship than is strictly professional. He seems embarrassed like he's done something stupid. I guess he's really worried about that. Wave a hand to let him know it's not a big deal. Don't worry, sir. I promise I'm going to be discreet. I've been wondering about what caused Emi to lose her legs. That was one of the scenarios I thought of. There were only so many ways that could have happened, but actually hearing about the facts, it's still a little shocking. Oh, thanks. You're a good kid, Hisao. I can see why Emi became friends with you. She's quite indomitable, you know? What do you mean? You didn't see her learning to walk? Oh, you didn't see her learning to walk. She'd go for so much longer than the others in the hospital. She refused to quit. Normally it takes years to get to a point where you can think about running again. But Emi did all that in about a year.
Nice.
Damn, okay, I respect the grind, hell yeah. He almost seems proud of her, like a father who watches his daughter win a competition or something. Oh, she'd probably have done it faster if not for the fact that we wouldn't let her. Wouldn't let her? Why not? Because she'd go for so long that her legs would start bleeding where they met her prosthetics. Ooh. Yeah, it's a real concern. That's why she comes by every day after she runs. To say nothing of the risk of infection if her legs get cut up and her prosthetics are dirty. But enough about that. If we don't get you on your way soon, Emi will think we're up to something. As he says this, he gives a wink and begins checking my heartbeat. The stethoscope is way too cold. Really should have heated it up or something before he used it. It burns! After a few moments, he leans back, satisfied. Well, you sound pretty good to me, Hisao. You didn't have any chest pains while you were running, did you? No, not really. I had some trouble catching my breath, though, and my heart was racing by the end, too. Nurse frowns as I say this, but then shrugs. It's probably just because you're out of shape. But if you don't improve, then you should let me know, okay? Don't push yourself too much. And of course, if you have any chest pains, come to me immediately, right? Put my shirt back on and the nurse leans out of the doorway to call in Emi.
Hello there.
What took you so long? Now I'm gonna be late. Nurse gives me a significant look. He just said, I was just seducing Hisao, that's all.
What the fuck?
What? Come on. What have I told you about seducing my friends? I expect Emi to be shocked by this, but instead she seems merely annoyed, scolding the nurse as if he were a child stealing cookies. Meanwhile, I try hard not to blush at the nurse's innuendo. I'll try not to do it again, though I fear young Hisao may be lost to the female gender forever. Not freaking likely. Well, I didn't mean to say that out loud, but both the nurse and Emi regard me for a moment before bursting into laughter again. Told you he was funny, didn't I? Huh. I guess Emi does talk to the nurse about a lot of stuff. Whoa, Hisao. You should probably get moving. You still need a shower before class starts, don't you? Crap, he's got a point. And it looks like I've got only half an hour. Looking at my imaginary watch. Anyway, thanks for your time. I'll see you later, Emi. I dash out of the room as the nurse begins to remove Emi's prosthetics. As I head on the hallway, I can just barely hear his voice drifting after me. Emi, you've got to be more careful. I get back to my room and shower in record time. It occurs to me that I've already been up for 4 hours and my class hasn't even started yet. It's going to be a really, really long day. Oh, I forgot about that because I think like he couldn't sleep at night, so he was like, oh, I'm just gonna go for a walk. And then like I forgot what time he went to sleep exactly, but I know he woke up like a couple hours later because Emi like found him sleeping on the bleachers outside. And he still had to go for that run. Yeah, bro's on like 0 hours of sleep basically. Well, I hope I don't fall asleep in class. Oh yeah, transition. I don't know, every time I hear that, I get tempted to just do this. I'm like a clock, ticking back and forth. The morning sunlight streaming through my window makes me wake up instead of my alarm. I realize that it must be Sunday. Emi has kindly deigned me to give... Oh wait, what? Emi has kindly deigned to give me weekends off for my morning runs. I don't actually know if I woke up at all yesterday, or if I just slept through the entire day. My legs groan in protest as I lever myself out of bed. All this running really has taken it out of me. Still, I can't deny that Emi wasn't lying to me. It has gotten a little easier. I've been worried that the runs would start to wear on my nerves, but thus far I haven't minded them that much. Well, it's only been a week. I suppose there's plenty of time for me to start dreading the sound of my alarm in the morning. Not that I could ever skip out now. Let me say, it's harder to stop a routine when there's another person. And frankly, I don't think I'm equipped to deal with a disappointed Emi. Yeah, she'd give me those puppy dog eyes and I'd feel terrible about myself. Wait, which reminds me. Wasn't I supposed to be somewhere today? Where? Oh. Oh, the track meet. Hey, you're coming to the track meet on Sunday, right? What am I talking about? Of course you are. Right? Those puppy dog eyes again. Of course I'm going. I owe you, right? Exactly. So don't forget, okay? Crap! Emi's track meet! I'm gonna move on if I don't want to miss her running, since she's the only reason I'm even considering going. Otherwise it would defeat the whole purpose of going. Are the silhouettes of everyone. So I soon find myself quite suddenly surrounded by a crowd of people, all turning out to see our track team compete with another school like this one. Okay, the wall text here. So I'll admit, it's almost comforting to know that we're not the only school like this. After you see that there can be 2 schools with a bunch of defective kids, well, you stop feeling so defective. You also stop feeling unique, which in most cases would be a bad thing, but in this case it sure as hell isn't. That's part of Yamuku's appeal, I guess. Learn that you're not unique. Hell, learn there's a lot of others who would kill to be settled with your problem instead of whatever they're dealing with. Some of the kids here aren't here because they're missing a leg or they have a heart condition. Some of them might be here because they're as good as dead in 2, maybe 3 years if they're lucky. Yeah, that's only if they get the right sort of care. It's a bitter sort of comfort to be able to say, well, at least I got a chance of being alive through college, but there it is. Brought on my rather morbid musings by the appearance of Rin near the entrance to the bleachers.
Hi, how are you?
Yo, what's up? You came. Of course, I said I would, didn't I? That doesn't necessarily imply that you had to follow through. Lots of people say things and don't mean them. Well, I don't. Rin shrugs, seemingly bored with our conversation. She turns on her heel and heads back towards the stands. I owe Emi money now. Another bet, what the hell, man? What is that? I didn't think you'd show up. Emi did. So I owe her 500 yen again. Well then. Yeah, you two bet an awful lot, don't you? I'm surprised Rin's not going broke at this point. I bet you there's more bets where that came from. Another shark for my armless companion. I don't think so. We enter the bleachers and Rin nods upwards. Up there. I came out to see if you come. For the bet, I presume. Rin leads the way, and soon we've settled down on an almost empty bench. Oh. Hello there. There's an older woman sitting next to Rin. Someone's mother, I assume. She's got rather long hair done up in a braid. On seeing Rin, she gives her an oddly familiar-seeming grin. Well, this is surprising. I thought you went to get a snack, not a boy. Huh? A snack. I wondered why I was down there. Woman laughs, again in a way that seems familiar. Where have I seen her before? Well, I suppose you've always been wanting to go out for one thing, and bring back another. But I'm being rude. I haven't introduced myself. I'm Emi Ibarazaki, Emi's mother. Hey. Pleased to meet you. Well, that explains it. She's like a taller, older, and better endowed Emi. Apart from her hair being a darker shade than Emi's, there's really no mistaking the resemblance. Oh, sorry, I'm Hisao. Hisao Nakai. And really, you don't have to apologize for not introducing yourself, Mrs. Ibarazaki. That's really Rin's job in this situation, isn't it? Another laugh from Emi's mother. I take it you've not known Rin for that long, then. It's best not to expect her to remember something like that. She's got other things to think about, I assume. Rin nods, seemingly pleased by this assessment. She's right. I was thinking about sunsets. You see, it's really up to us to make introductions and the like. For any lack of better response, I nod. Mrs. Ibarazaki leans back a little on her seat and raises an eyebrow. So... Oh, how long have you and Rin been dating? My response consists of silence as my brain suddenly lurches into gear. But just before I can begin to utterly... Oh wait, just before I can begin to utter a hastily... What the fuck? But just before I can begin to utter a hastily babbled explanation, Emi's mother bursts into laughter again. You're a blusher, aren't you? I don't know if there's any way to keep my dignity in this situation, so I settle for a mumble response. Maybe. So this must be a new romance then, mustn't it? Wait, that's not the question that... Another laugh. I know, but it's funny to watch you squirm. I'm sorry. Forgive an older woman her amusements. Old woman? I mean, she doesn't even look old to me. Clearly, Emi gets her youthful features from her mother. So that means if you saw the dad, he would be like a wrinkly old guy. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, I suppose I can let it go. How kind of you. It's starting. Well, here we go. Wait, it's kind of cool. Hold on. Screenshot. Okay, there she is. Alright, so I direct my attention to the track, where they're preparing for the first sprint. Let's get the 400-meter dash. My eyes scan the runners before finding Emi. Oh, oops. There she is. That's you. Okay. She's smiling with an almost cocky look on her face. Oh, he's got the gun. Anyway, the starter raises his pistol. Go! Alright, screenshot again. Emi explodes off the block, disappearing from the starting line in a blur. It's amazing. Even as the other sprinters converge on the lanes closest to the inside line, Emi surges to the front of the pack. Also, I do see this girl is missing an arm. So I wonder, like, will we see, like, other kinds of, like, disabilities in the others? Because I'm kind of interested in seeing, like, what kind of people are we looking at here? Especially who is Emi competing against? Because I assume, like, they have, like, different kinds of, like, disabilities. Because I know, like, Emi's missing her legs. She has prosthetics. And, like, this girl doesn't have an arm, etc. Anyway, by the time she rounds the final turn, some of the other runners have caught up with her. Their efforts come to naught, though, since the final burst of speed from Emi leaves them at least a half-second behind. Up. Hey, she did it! Yeah. Mrs. Ibarazaki whoops and shouts, applauding wildly, and generally looking like any other parent cheering on their child. Emi bounds off the track, looking pleased with herself. I cheer right along with the rest of them. The announcer, sounding suspiciously like Misha, gleefully gives the results. I think she's gotten faster since the last time. That was incredible. Mrs. Ibarazaki grins proudly. Emi's a heck of a runner. We fall silent as the next event is being prepared. I'm surprised to see Emi shredding out onto the track again. Wait, didn't she just run? Emi's mother nods. Yes, but she runs multiple events for the team, especially the sprints. It's a lot of running, but Emi can handle it. From the looks of things, she's right. Emi doesn't appear to be tired, as if she hadn't run the previous event at all. It's like, this is just a warm-up. Not for the sweat visible on her shirt, you never know. Which event is this? It's the 200-meter dash. She'll do this one, the 100-meter, and the relay. I see. Alright, once again the pistol sounds. Once again, Emi flies off the block. A thumping sound draws my attention away from the race. Wait, it's Rin's foot. She seems completely absorbed in the race. Emi's mother cheers again, and I assume that the race is over. Sprints don't seem to me like they take very long to complete. Your foot. Your foot was bouncing on the bleachers. Oh. You seem pretty into this stuff. I'm surprised. Rin looks at me quizzically. Why wouldn't I be? No reason. I just thought stuff like sports wouldn't interest you. I suppose you're right. It's not that interesting. But I'm watching Emi, not the sport. I don't follow. Emi's the most Emi when she runs. You don't get to see Emi at her Emiest very often. Like the play on words. You know, Emi is not feeling so Emi. I don't know, it just sounds funny. But here you can. See? She directs my attention towards the track again, where the 100-meter dash is about to start. There she is again. Alright, watch Emi closely. As she gets up to the starter blocks, her whole body seems to relax, but it's a false relaxation. I can see that she's actually like a coiled spring. As the starter tells everyone to get to their sets, or to get set, her head snaps up, and her eyes narrow slightly. It's time to walk in, she said. Her mouth curls up in what could be a grin and could be a growl. And off she goes. When the pistol goes off, it's as if she's been unleashed from a cage. Like she was always moving at this blinding speed, but we couldn't see it happening until the starter's pistol dispelled the illusion of motionlessness. It's all over in a few seconds, but in those few seconds, I feel like I just witnessed something very personal for Emi. Alright, she did it again. As soon as she crossed the finish line... What? As soon as she crossed the finish line, the fierce look was replaced by her normal grin. Conquering General returning to his farm. Amazing. She's really amazing. I've never seen anyone move that fast. Well, don't look at me. I'm far too relaxed to run that fast. No, I think Emi's prowess all came from her father's side. Oh yeah, at the mention of Emi's father, Miss Ibarazaki looks wistful, almost sad. Oh yeah, I remember she mentioned that about her dad, I think, at one point. Like, wasn't he the one that taught her, like, about running on the track? Because I think that's what they referenced in the last part. And I forget if this was, like, before or after she, like, lost the legs. I don't know. I think it might have been before. He got her into running, you know? Yeah, she told me. I'm uncertain as to whether or not it would be rude for me to ask about Emi's father. After that look on her face a few days ago, I feel compelled to ask. Where is her father now, if I might ask? Emi's mother hesitates, clearly not willing to answer the question, but at the same time not wishing to appear rude. He isn't around anymore. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring up bad memories. Emi just seemed a little sad when she mentioned him earlier. That's not surprising, considering... Hmm? They were very close. I see. Oh. A beeping noise suddenly emanates from Miss Ibarazaki's pocket. Reaching into it, she pulls out a cell phone and looks at it. Honestly, text messages? What is he, 16? Hmm? Oh, nothing. I've got to go meet up with a friend of mine. Will you tell Emi I'm very proud of her and that I'll call her later tonight? Of course. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'll admit that I zone out for a while. I almost don't notice that the relay is about to begin. But when I look, I can't find Emi. I thought that Emi would be running the relay. She runs Anchor. So she won't be running for a while yet. Ah. Did you see it? Huh? Emi at her Emiest. Maybe. Maybe this time. Alright, the race begins and I hear Emi's teammates as they pass the... Wait, the baton? Alright, there she is again. I only see Emi sprinting onto the track to take the final handoff. Once again, I'm taken aback by how graceful she looks when she runs. Really is beautiful. The look of determination and fearlessness on her face only adds to the picture. Emi at her Emiest, I suppose. There we go. Another one of these. But then as she crosses the finish line, I see her stumble slightly. It's only barely, but it's a definite stumble. Rin inhales sharply and actually looks concerned for a second. Emi. Did she hurt herself, you think? You noticed it too? Yeah, it must be bad. She frowns as if deciding on the next course of action. Yeah, that's the first time I've seen Rin make a face like that. Alright, I'm saving that. Eventually that progress proves to be too tiresome and she shrugs again. Well, let's go down. Gotta crown the victor. See if we can find a world branch. That's not going to be easy. Rin shrugs. At least we tried. Oh, we didn't really try all that hard. Or at all, but hey, whatever. Alright, Emi is surrounded by her teammates, all of them congratulating her on the run. Rin seems to be waiting for Emi to notice that she's arrived. Oh yeah, I guess she can't exactly wave Emi over. Then again, I'm not sure Rin would even do such a thing even if she had arms. It doesn't seem to be her style to draw attention to herself, or to emote beyond shrugging. Either way, I'm not willing to wait, so I wave to Emi, who looks up and grins happily at me. Well, us. Hey. Hey, you showed up. Guess Rin owes me money, huh? We would have brought you a crown of worlds, but Hisao didn't find one. Hey, neither did you. It wasn't my job to look. When did we assign jobs? When I said, see if you can find a world branch. Try to keep up. I shrug. This Rin's rubbing off on me. Seems it's my fault after all, Emi. Emi laughs at Rin and me. It's okay. I'm sure you'll make it up to me somehow. Sure. Good. So, how do I look? Stop myself from blurting out beautiful or amazing, and settle for the substantially safer very impressive. Emi seems pleased with this assessment. I don't imagine how much more impressive her performance is given her lack of legs. I figure she knows that already. Besides, it seems like it would take away from her efforts somehow. Great to hear. I was worried that I looked a little slow on the relay, but I guess I did fine, huh? Actually, I noticed. Whoa. Wait, Rin kicks me and keeps me from finishing my sentence. Why? What was he about to say? What was that all about? He noticed it. At the end. That's no good. Guess the nurse will look at it for me later. Oh wait, yeah, I noticed like a twitch. It looked like a smile at first, like she and then like it disappeared. I think I was actually meant to be like a grimacing smile, kind of like, ugh, like she's trying to hold back the fact that she's hurting. Basically, it must be painful if she's doing that. There's carelessness in her voice, as if it isn't a big deal. But then I suddenly noticed a slight twitch on her face. Like she's trying to hide the fact that she's in pain. Then I noticed her breathing is a little shallow too. I guess she really is hurt. She must have noticed my concern because she skips up to me and gives me a friendly pat on the shoulder. Hey, you look a little worried. I'm fine, really. Just sore from all the running is all. And come on, a little pain isn't gonna stop me. Oh no? Emi grins for a moment. She looks like she did her sprint, fierce and unconquerable. Or to put it another way, really beautiful. Well, hasn't yet. Well, I guess I shouldn't worry, huh? Like they say, no pain, no gain. Damn right. I'm Emi Ibarazaki. Fastest thing on no legs. I don't stop for anything. Impressive. Emi giggles and it seems to remember something. Oh, before I forget, Rin and I are going to do something next Sunday as a post-track meet celebration. You should come along. Normally we'd do it the day after, but since the track meet was on a Sunday, I've got homework and class and all that stuff to take care of. Plus our morning run, of course. Right, of course. Oh, right, your mom wanted to say she's proud of you. She'll call you later tonight. I thought I saw her in the stands. I'm glad she made it. Used to be my dad who showed up to my meets, but Mom's done a pretty good job of taking over. Wait. Oh, she shivers slightly and I realize she's all sweaty. A breeze has started to blow too. I'm not cold at all, and I got my jacket with me, so without a word, I throw it around her shoulders. Oh, okay, I see you making advances, Hisao. Bro's got rizz. Emi jumps slightly and then grins at me. Hey, thanks. It's getting a little cold, I guess. Yeah, it looked like it. Just as I begin to wonder whether or not giving Emi my jacket could be taken the wrong way, a boy in a track uniform approaches. Hey, Emi, you're gonna miss the medal ceremony. Oh yeah, thanks. She turns to Rin and myself. You don't have to stick around for this part. It takes forever. Besides, you should get cracking on your homework now if you don't want to be up late, Hisao. Morning run tomorrow. Don't forget. How could I? Good point. I mean, it's spending time with me after all. Oh my god! And she's off. With this, she waves quickly and dashes off to receive her medals. Or whatever they pass off as a medal these days. Rin and I head away from the track. Rin remaining deep in whatever thoughts she has for most of the walk back home. As I see her off, she speaks up. You're probably not getting that coat back, I think. I mean, surely I get it back eventually, right? Interesting. Take it as it comes, huh? Very Emi-ish. With this odd statement, she turns and heads towards the building. Honestly, was it that big of a deal? Emi was cold and, unless I'm mistaken, in pain. Giving her a solution to at least one of those problems seemed like an obvious reaction. So I guess there is a chance I could lose my jacket if Emi never remembers to return it. Guess Brent has a point. And hey, you know what the rule is? Like, if you start dating too, girlfriends never return their boyfriend's jackets. So yeah, -1 jacket, bro. Though I can't bring myself to muster much worry over the whole thing. After all, it's been getting warmer lately. I don't need a jacket. Odd. I think I used to be a little more responsible with my stuff. Emi-ish, huh? Maybe that's not really a bad thing. Alright, transition. Hang on, I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, back to the doctor. You haven't been forgetting to take your medicine, have you? I'm catching a little murmur. Just take it easy for a few days. Nurse's words hurt me far more than the exhaustion of the morning run ever could. Take it easy for a few days? I knew I should have kept quiet. Keep my eyes on the floor, feeling like a complete idiot. Of course I hadn't been remembering to take my medicine. I've been rushing out of my room to get to the track before Emi. After the track meet a few days ago, I felt inspired. So I've been running warm-up laps in the morning before Emi shows up, hey. But then today, while she and I were running, I felt a little pain in my chest. It was only slight and was only for a second, so I mentioned it to the nurse. Honestly, it wasn't that bad. I mean, I kept running and finished just fine, so really it couldn't have been that bad. Why do I feel like I'm making excuses to the nurse? Moreover, why do I feel like I need to justify continuing to run, despite the pain? Really, it comes down to my... Really, it comes down to my being unwilling to concern Emi, who seemed concerned anyway. Not sure how she was able to tell anything was wrong, but she claims I stumbled a little. She's the one who insisted I told the nurse, so now I feel bad worrying her. The nurse is shaking his head ruefully while Emi paces outside the room. Hisao, I know it's difficult for you to get into a new routine, but if you don't want to find yourself in a lot of trouble, you're gonna have to try harder. You can't afford to forget your pills, and you can't push yourself too hard. But if I don't push myself, how will I improve? I don't know where that came from. The nurse seems to have an idea. Now, where have I heard that before? He laughs and pats me on the shoulder. It's rubbing off on you, I guess. The expression changes again. He's back in serious mode. Look, I'm not saying you shouldn't push yourself, but that doesn't mean you should be Oh, that doesn't mean you shouldn't be taking your medication. And it doesn't mean you shouldn't stop if your chest starts to bother you. I prefer not to have any fatalities while I'm on staff here. Bit of a lofty goal to be sure, but I'm always up for a challenge. I hate to admit, but I think he's right. Got to remember to take my medication. You're right. I'm sorry to worry you. Who's worried? You're a smart kid, right? I know you can be responsible, Hisao. A situation like yours. You've got to learn to be responsible fast. I know. My voice cracked. Alright, expression suddenly becomes devious. I suppose you started to enjoy your runs with Emi then, huh? Yeah, they've really been helping me. I mean, until today I was feeling a lot more healthy. Plus, it's really impressive to see Emi run. Did you see her at the track meet? She was incredible. Nurse nods, grinning all the while. That she was, Hisao. I watched her first couple of races before I had some business to take care of, but she told me all about it. Kind of you to loan her jacket. Oh, kind of you to loan her your jacket, by the way. Huh? Oh, yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal. I also forgotten all about that. I still haven't gotten it back. Yeah, you're never getting that back. Nurse gets a smile that makes me feel like he's just made a joke. Not to you, but Emi certainly appreciated it. And I know she appreciates your running with her in the mornings. This one catches me off guard a little. Sure, she mentioned it's easier to keep to a schedule with an extra person, but I didn't think I was doing her a favor at all. I thought she was doing me the favor of helping me follow the doctor's orders. She tries harder when you're around. If there's someone else running with her, she's going to push herself more. And she tries even harder when you're around because, well, it's you. What the heck does that mean? Oh, you'd love to know, wouldn't you? Laughs in the style of evil megalomaniacs. No, seriously, it's because you're her friend. If Rin ran with her, I'm sure she'd do the same. Well, probably. But that's not the point. Point is, you're helping her even if you don't know you are. She's grateful for that, even if she never says it. What do you mean, even if she never says it? Emi doesn't talk a lot, but she and I have known each other long enough that I can read her most of the time. I'll admit I have no idea what he's talking about. Emi always seems pretty talkative to me. I see. Nurse only realizes he's been rambling and stops talking. I'm getting a little embarrassed. Anyway, you don't have to stop your morning exercise. Just walk the track instead of running for a few days. Let things calm down. And take your damn medicine. Whoa. I just bumped right into her. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. Are you okay? What did the nurse say? Do you need to go to a hospital? Oh my gosh, it was my fault, wasn't it? I've been pushing you too hard, haven't I? I'm a horrible person. The words pour forth like a torrent. She's really agitated. I didn't expect her to be this concerned about me, to be honest. I gotta calm her down, but how the hell do I do that? Oh, I do the only thing I can think of. Oh, I give her a hug. Emi tenses up slightly, so I pat her head in what I hope is a reassuring manner. Hey, settle down. I'm fine, okay? No worries. I feel Emi's body relax as I continue to assure her I'm fine. Her arms wrap around me, as if she's trying to confirm that I'm not about to fall over dead. I mean, hey, you could. I catch a whiff of her hair. It smells like sweat, or how adrenaline should smell. It's the scent of activity. And a hint of strawberries from her shampoo, I suspect. I just need to remember to take my medicine, that's all. Don't worry about it, it's not your fault. You're sure? Her voice is muffled, mostly because at the moment her face is pressed into my chest. It's like, you're sure? Like that or something. My hand is sweaty. Yeah, I'm sure. I just need to take it easy for the next few days. It suddenly occurs to me how close the two of us are. It also occurs to me how nice being this close feels. I can feel Emi's heartbeat calming down. I have to resist the urge to rest my chin on the top of her head. Oh, thank goodness. You really had me worried there, Hisao.
Hello there.
Oh. The nurse. Emi, are you gonna come in here anytime soon? Oh, I'm sorry. Was I interrupting? And the two of us spring apart as if the other just caught on fire. Emi brushes her hair back nervously and laughs. Of course not. I'll see you later, okay? Oh, and Hisao? Oh. Take your damn medicine. This last phrase is punctuated by a punch to the shoulder. Yeah, I'll remember. See you later. Alright, the nurse smiles again like he's in on some joke I don't know about, and waves to me as I head for my room, feeling a burning on my cheeks. Ugh, I need a shower. A cold one, if the thoughts running through my head now are any indication. She was really soft. My pillows are waiting for me when I make it to my room. I swallowed them without a second thought. I don't know why I didn't think of waiting until after the runs to take them. For some reason I figured when I woke up or not at all. But no, they need to be taken every 24 hours. The exact time of day doesn't factor into it. My thoughts drift back to the hug in the hallway. It's weird. You'd expect someone to smell foul after a run, but for some reason Emi smelled right. That tinge of sweat just seemed to fit her. I really need that shower. Bro's intrusive thoughts are winning. Wash them out with some cold water in the shower. Oh, we're back on the roof. Alright, so strange that it feels natural for me to go up to the roof these days. I never would have done such a thing at my old school. In those days, I liked to eat alone. Well, no, that's not quite true. Though I like to sit alone, I also like to watch people. I always figured that was the sort of person I was, but it appears that I was wrong. Then again, I also thought I was the sort of person who had a normal heart, so there you have it. I don't know myself that well. Now I'm on the roof so I can have lunch with a couple of people. And they are both girls, which is even stranger. Oddly enough, I feel closer to Emi and Rin than I have felt to anyone at my old school. Somehow I get the feeling they'd at least visit me if I wound up in the hospital. What about Misha and Shizune? I feel like they would. I feel like you guys were pretty tight as well. I don't know. I focus on a view from the roof, banishing such thoughts from my head. There's a light breeze blowing and the sun is shining high in the sky. The sky itself is a deep blue, but there's hardly a cloud in it. It's gotten pleasantly warm, and as I sit down away from my friends, close my eyes and enjoy the feeling of sun seeping into my skin. Alright, he's like taking a nap. Oh, wait, voices intrude upon the edge of hearing. Seems you have fallen asleep on us, Rin. Maybe he's faking, to lull us into a false sense of security. Why would he do that? No idea. Still, you make a good point. We should kick him or something to make sure he's asleep. Oh my god. What? Emi looms over me like only a short girl can, peering at me intently. Oh, you're awake. I guess we don't have to kick you then. Was it part of your master plan? What are you talking about? Emi shrugs, her twin tails bouncing with emotion. I'm not sure either. You must be pretty tired to fall asleep out here. Though it's pretty comfortable, I suppose. And she pops down next to me and begins to eat. Oh, and there goes Rin too. We're just like sinking down. Rin sits opposite from the two of us, a move which makes me only aware of the girl sitting next to me. If I didn't know any better, I swear Rin did it on purpose. I concentrate on my food, trying to tune out the majority of the conversation that Rin and Emi are having. Despite my best efforts, however, I still find myself glancing at Emi whenever she speaks. I notice how she purses her lips when she's thinking about something, squinting slightly as if that would improve her thinking ability. Oh, Rin said something that makes Emi laugh, and I notice perhaps for the first time, she laughs with her whole body, rocking back and forth, head thrown back, almost like she's about to fall right. Kind of like that. Okay, I did a terrible representation of it, but you get the idea. I probably look like a creep. It's about this time I realize Emi's looking at me. Her voice raised slightly, so she probably just asked me a question. Oh, sorry, I kind of just zoned out for a moment there. Emi rolls her eyes with a slight quirk of the eyebrow. Oh, well, a slight quirk of the eyebrow is the only sign that Rin's even paying attention. I said, did you get a career survey in your class too? You know, one of those, what do you want to do after high school things? I don't think so. Maybe we'll get one tomorrow. What are you going to put down? That's a really good question. I guess I always figured I'd go to college after high school, but I've got no idea what I'd do once I'm there. And with the heart attack and all, I've been really concentrating on each day as it came, rather than making long-term plans. I suppose I can safely start planning ahead again. I've always liked having at least a vague plan for my future, so it'd be nice to come up with one again. Of course, it doesn't change the fact right now that I've got absolutely no clue. I've always kind of assumed that I figured it out in college. That or just become a salaryman. That's pretty popular. But do I really want to? That's a tough question. Guess I don't really want to do anything. I mean, that's how college goes, you know? Like, you think, like, oh, maybe I'll figure it out in college, and it turns out maybe you don't know at all. To be fair, though, college is, like, a good opportunity to, like, figure out what you like. Even if it means changing major courses from time to time. Like, the purpose of college is, like, kind of getting your foot in the door of, like, what hobby do you like, or what kind of job do you want? I feel. And I say this as somebody who did actually switch majors, so, like, when I first went to college, I wanted to do graphics design originally, but then I kind of leaned more towards video editing. Like as I made more videos on YouTube, like it was during the time I think like my first year of college, it was like 2019 or something. Like I was still making videos. It was a very scuffed setup, but I started learning more about editing. And then I was like, you know what? Actually, I really like this. And I also kind of realized I just didn't like graphics design that much anymore. So I kind of switched majors. And yeah, I've been kind of like trying to pursue a video production degree since then. Right now, though, I'm actually almost done. Almost done with my full college year, or my full like college like requirements or whatever you call them. I think I have like a couple more classes to take, and then I'm basically I basically graduate. I still don't know if I'm going to university though. Anyway, sorry, I like rambled on. Nobody wants to hear about my future. We're hearing about Hisao's future. Anyway, you don't sound very excited about that one, do you? She laughs as she says this, and I'm caught up in her laugh again. It's so girlish, high and giggly like a, well, pardon the cliche, like a babbling brook. Okay, that's the first time I heard that. It bubbles out of her, starting in her belly and working its way up to her throat. I can't help but laugh myself, it's infectious. Yeah, I guess I'm pretty unhappy with this Hourman idea. But to be honest, I haven't given much thought to the future recently. I suppose that these days I've been more concerned with living one day at a time. Emi considers this for a moment and grins. Oh, that's a pretty good idea, Hisao. I just wrote down pirate. Which kind of pirate? Like a literal pirate or an internet pirate? Know the difference, because one of them sells the 7 seas, the other one sails the 7 seas, quote unquote. Anyway, I'm momentarily stunned and I start laughing. I stop myself and manage to gasp out a question. You're not actually serious, are you? Emi looks mock offended. Well, I've got the legs for it already, so I kind of figured true. Just need an eye patch and also that like a little smoker's voice. Arr, Hisao, what brings you to the ship today? Get away from me, booty. Oh, he needs that, and there you go. Even Rin seems amused by this. Just you wait. I'll be the terror of the high seas. I'll show you all. I've even been working on my pirate voice. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, there we go. She begins suddenly, she suddenly springs up and begins swaggering up and down the rooftop, shouting orders. Yar, me hearties! Give him a broadside with the long guns. We'll wear their guts for garters. Oh. Do you even know what that means? Rin's unexpected interruption stops Emi in her tracks. Not really. But it's all in the delivery. Sure. I said, Arr, I be Emi Ibarazaki. What brings you to the ship? If you drop any of me booty, I'll have your booty. The ringing of the bell prevents her from demonstrating her point further. Emi dashes off immediately, leaving Rin and myself alone on the roof. Alright, Rin stares at me intently for a few moments. Is there something wrong? Rin considers this question closely for a moment. After a lengthy pause, she shakes her head. Nope. Oh, why the staring then? Rin shakes her head again. Nope, I don't get it. Get what? The staring thing. You two seem to, but I don't. Great, she saw me staring. Now she probably thinks I'm a hentai or something. Well, actually, probably not. This is Rin we're talking about after all. Still, I feel the need to defend myself. I wasn't staring, I was just tired. No, like, the hentai photo reminds me of, like, our first encounter with Rin. Because she was like, you know what, I think I know what's wrong with you. And then he saw, like, you know, because he thinks, like, oh, shit, does she already know about my heart? Like, how was that obvious? And then she suddenly goes, your pants. And he's like, wait, what? I don't know. Rin actually snorts at this, but she doesn't say anything. No, really, I was just distracted is all. Eager to end this conversation, I head back down to class. Oh, Misha, Shizune, let's go. It's been a while. I'm greeted by the twin specters of Shizune and Misha, looking like they mean business. Well, Shizune looks like she means business anyway. Misha just looks like she's about to start laughing at any minute. Up on the roof again, Hee-chan. You know that's dangerous, don't you? That's right. The school cannot be held responsible for any injury that comes from being up there, you know. Furthermore, we could report you for breaking the rules. Misha leans in and whispers, conspiratorially. There it is. Just funny seeing her up close like this. But we won't, Hichan. You three are too cute together. Straightens up, laughing at my sudden blush. You're too easy to tease, Hichan. Hey, come on. I'm still new here. Well, sort of. Isn't it mean to pick on a newcomer like this? Nope. It's to help you get acclimated to your new surroundings. Ah, I see. Oh, do you have to be so overzealous about it? Yep. Ah, that aside, Hichan. We were looking for you this morning, but you weren't in your room. Of course I wasn't. I was up for my morning exercise, or here in class bright and early. Unlike you, damn. Shizune looks peeved. And a beat later, so does Misha. Or she tries to at any rate. That was because of student council business. You should be grateful that we worked so hard for you. Oh, I am. So, what did you need me for? Not another attempt to rope me in to do their dirty work, I hope. We had to give you something, but since you weren't around, we dropped it off in your room. Something? Like what? Oh, you'll find out when you get back, Hichan. Alright, Muto entering the room ends our conversation. We all head to our seats. Only after I've settled down at my desk and the teacher started talking about something. Or other? That something odd strikes me. What did Rin mean by you two seem to? Was Emi staring at something too? For a brief moment, I considered the possibility that Emi was staring at me the way I was staring at her. Of course, that's just ridiculous. Still, I can't deny that I wouldn't mind if it were true. But it's best not to think of that. I need to get my hopes up. Come to think of it, when did I start having hopes like that anyway? I shake my head in an attempt to clear it and focus on the lesson. Yeah, no. Stay pure. After class, I make my way to my room. Muto really piled on the homework today. Whoa! God damn, okay, Kenji jump scared. He's like, kick the door open. Yeah, before I can open my door, however, I'm suddenly intercepted by Kenji, who just exploded out of his room in a flurry of papers. Hey, we need to talk. These rooftop shenanigans of yours, man. They've got to stop. What? You're running around on the rooftop with the limbless wonders. They're women, man. You'll get yourself killed running around like that. I don't follow. Kenji sighs and adjusts his glasses. Before what could be understood as an attempt at explaining himself patiently. Look, we're friends, so I'm telling you this for your own good. But if I were gonna kill someone, I'd do it by throwing them off the roof and make it look like an accident. What the fuck? And if I thought of it, you can be sure they thought of it too. They're crafty. Almost as crafty as I am. See. Good. I'm glad we had this chat. Loan me 500 yen. What the fuck, man? No, as soon as you mentioned like the roof thing, like it reminded me of a Korean drama I watched a while back. Where like I think these two guys were confronting each other like on the roof because I think like one, so like we had the protagonist, right, and then like there was like the other guy, and he was like spreading rumors about like the love interest. And then basically like I think like the rumor spreading guy was like walking on the edge of the roof being like, yeah, look, yeah, I'm about to jump, aren't I? But then like he actually does slip and he's about to fall by accident. The protagonist catches him, but then like, yeah, the guy's like, hey, you know what, I don't really care too much. You can live with this bad reputation. And he's just like, he lets go and he falls anyway. But then the love interest enters at the wrong time, and it literally looks like the guy pushed him off instead. That's what it reminded me of. I mean, look like an accident, but in that case, it's the opposite. It was an accident, but it looked like it was on purpose. Anyway, but yeah, Kenji, what the hell do you need with 500 yen? Well, I need to get a drink, man. I've been inside all day and the tap water's been compromised, as I'm sure you know. So I need to stock on something canned. But to do that, I need 500 yen. And since I just saved your life with my timely advice, you can always spare me with 500 yen. You know, if it'll make him go away, 500 yen is a bargain. Hand the money over to Kenji, who nods and thanks and dashes off down the hallway. But not before he locks his door. Ah, what an exhausting person. Well, I'd better go just in case he changes his mind. So close the door, my heel taps against something lying on the floor. It's brightly colored, rectangle of paper. This must be the something Misha mentioned before. Probably student council leaflet she slid under the door. However, when I pick it up, I find that I couldn't have been more wrong. Someone actually wrote me an old-fashioned handwritten paper letter. Who bothers doing something like this in this day and age? Yet, as unlikely as the prospect of receiving one sounds, there's definitely a letter I have in my hands. Going out finishing my homework, getting some dinner, and then going to bed in order to be ready for tomorrow morning's run. However, the letter has naturally caught my interest. I set up my desk to examine it properly. Oh, there it is. Let's say, unflower. I don't know what this says in Japanese. If anybody can tell me, feel free to let me know in the comments. It's the first piece of mail that I received here at Yamagu, so it feels special even if it wasn't something as rare as a handwritten letter. What caused me more trepidation is the name of the sender, neatly written on the back of the envelope. Iwakano, damn, okay, another mention of her. It's been a while. Like, we haven't seen her since the beginning of the VN, basically. So we basically just forgot she existed. I have no idea why she would write to me. I haven't been in contact with anyone from my old school since I transferred. And Iwakano was the last person I'd expect to want to write a letter for me. Okay, so the last time I saw Iwakano was terribly awkward. Embarrassingly so. She came to my hospital room, peeled me an apple out of courtesy, and then we practically sat in silence for half an hour. She said goodbye and didn't look me in the eye when she closed the door. Might have been a natural end to the series of visits that were probably pretty painful for both of us. Every time she visited me in the hospital, I wanted to talk to her, but something stopped me every time. Every time that I didn't speak made the next time even harder. She looked so guilty that I didn't want to say anything that might upset her, and I could never figure out the right words to say. I think Iwakano blamed herself for my heart attack. Oh, that's ridiculous, of course, but knowing it and believing it are two very different things. I told her it wasn't her fault. She nodded, and I think she really understood that if it hadn't been that, then sooner or later something else would have made my heart give out. Yet she looked so hopelessly sad every time she opened that door and entered my room. So I never managed to say the things I wanted to say. In the end, that might have hurt her even more. Oh, okay. It's a full letter. Carefully, I opened the envelope and draw out the folded letter from within. Okay. Dear Hisao, how are you? I hope you are well and happy at your new school. Everyone here misses you. Almost all of our second-year class got put together in the class... Wait, what? Almost all of our second-year class got put together in Class 3-1 for the final year. So we're pretty comfortable, right? From the beginning of the year. I'm sure you would have been assigned to this class as well. So the mood among the third year seems to be very anxious about the final exams, even though they're far away. The teachers are badgering us about it all the time. Even old Mr. Tachibana, who is, by the way, our homeroom teacher this year. Do you believe it? I was sure he would retire after the second year, but here he is, nagging everyone about studying for exams. I think things like that are the main reason why the mood among the third years is so nervous. I must admit that I'm somehow losing confidence in myself as well, even though I've always fared reasonably well in exams. I mean, you are stressed, to be fair, like about other things outside of the exam. It's so weird to think that we are already seniors, isn't it? Time is really flowing past. I wonder where it went. The new first year seems so young and somehow really innocent. I keep wondering if I was like them in my first year. I've been feeling nostalgic like this for the whole first trimester. There are other things I want to say. I'm writing to you because I felt that there were things I should have said after the incident back in winter. I really regret that I wasn't able to say them in person, and I have no excuse for it. I think I've had enough of this. Oh. Never mind. I wanted to see. Like, did she actually write the rest, or did it really just, like, end there? Alright, I crumbled up the sheet of paper and tossed it across the room. My aim is off so that the letter rolls under my nightstand instead of going into my basket. That was an apology for abandoning me. But that was an apology for abandoning me. I can't pronounce that word. He said he doesn't need it. The hospital seems like a lifetime ago. And here, now I've got other things on my mind. Emi, for starters. It wasn't great to be abandoned during my stay, but it's not something I'm worried about anymore. In fact, I haven't thought about the hospital in what feels like forever, until this letter came in. It's almost annoying to have received it. I've got exams to study for myself. I have no time for the past. Now about that homework. Makes me wonder then, like, will Iwakano reappear in the story then? Because that would be interesting. I just imagine her, like, coming over to the school to visit us. And then, like, now we start questioning, do I still have feelings for her or no? I'm gonna do a little bit of this before we end. Wait, so what's the plan for today anyway? Wait, I'm waiting patiently in the hallway of the girls' dormitory just outside of Emi and Rin's rooms. Emi's apparently helping Rin with getting dressed. I suppose that makes perfect sense. I have no idea how Rin would get dressed otherwise. Picnic! Picnic? That's what I said. Sounds pretty exciting. I know, right? Rin chooses this moment to make an observation. The sky seems threatening today. Actually, I noticed that too on my way over. Despite the sunshine of the early morning, the afternoon seems to have taken a turn for the gloomy. There's a heaviness to the air as well. There's a heaviness to the air as well that usually heralds a rainstorm. I wonder if I should have brought my umbrella. She's got a point. Emi, you sure still want to you still want to risk getting caught in the rain? I don't even know why I bothered asking. Emi pops out of Rin's room into the hallway, looking shocked that I even suggest canceling. Of course. What? The threat of rain's supposed to stop me? I can't help but grin at her belligerent response. It's almost like she's daring the rain to come. If Mother Nature were walking down the street, I think Emi would probably start a fight with her. Yeah, Mother Nature, you got a problem against people? Square up. I don't know. Yeah, or at least just challenge her to a race. Like, Emi seems almost aggressively cheerful today. Rin wanders out into the hallway, looking her usual self. Well then, are we ready to go? I'm ready. Rin nods and says a single word. Basket. Beg pardon? We need the basket. Oh, the basket in Emi's room. You should carry it. Emi claps her hands to her mouth, embarrassed. Oh my gosh, I forgot all about it. Nice save, Rin. There you go. Emi darts to her room and emerges with what looks like a very well-stocked picnic basket. She hands it over to me. I know that it feels heavy enough to be one. Good lord, how much food she packed. Oh god. Would you, bought out the entire bakery just for this basket? More to the point, where'd you get the money for all this? So are we set to head out? Yep. Rin gives another nod and we head out of the dormitory. But okay, I think I'll end it here though, because we'll do the picnic for the next episode, so look forward to that. But yeah, I found it interesting too that Iwakana was starting to get involved in the story again. Because like I said, I wonder if she's gonna make an appearance again. Because I can imagine her coming over to the school for a visit, and then she starts to confess all these things to Hisao. Maybe eventually we start questioning, okay, do we still have feelings for her, or are we actually more in love with somebody else, right? I could see that kind of happening. But it will be interesting just to see if Iwakano does make another appearance, how she interact with the other characters. Because I can't imagine it would just be full smooth sailing, especially depending on how she actually feels. But even still, it would be cool just to see them interact, and especially if they became friends. But yeah, I look forward to that. Hopefully we see that soon. But anyway, with that, hopefully you all enjoyed this episode of Katawa Shoujo. I'll make sure to record more of these, don't worry. The series is not going anywhere until I finish it. With that, in the top right corner of your screen, an info card should take you to the next part once it becomes available. And with that, I'll see you all in the next one. Alright, peace.